Hey guys, I found the cutest little watercolor palette on Etsy and I had to share it with you. So I just covered up my address here. And it's from WhiteSnake Arts on Etsy. So I'm so curious to see what it looks like in person. It's the tiniest little thing. It's even smaller than I thought. Look at how adorable that is. So it basically has 7 handmade watercolors set in this handmade little clay palette. Tomorrow, when we have better lighting, so don't worry about the lighting, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna swatch them during the nice lighting, and then maybe do a couple little paintings with them and stuff, and do a voiceover for you guys where I tell you more about this company. I already got the palette today and I had to open it. I couldn't wait till tomorrow to open it because I wanted to see what it looks like. So this is the small one, and then there's a medium, and then so the medium I think would be like this, and then the large is actually these in like slightly bigger pans in like a metal tin. But I just wanted to try them out because I have this like sort of obsession with natural pigments and handmade stuff. So it's going to go in my special little collection of that. The price was very decent. This was $25 plus a few dollars shipping. So, which I thought was very reasonable for something this adorable and handmade. I'll have more fun with it tomorrow, but for you it's going to be just a second. Okay guys, it's the next day and I'm back with better light and a swatching and quick speed painting. I'm doing a voiceover since I want to share some information from the seller about this magical little set. So in the beginning you'll see me spray the paint, but it's super thirsty, so I go back and add water into each pan. Some of them take longer to reactivate, and I go back and add more pigment to the weaker colors that I already swatched. 3 of them are beautiful and vibrant. The blue is my favorite, and it looks like a gorgeous granulating indigo. Red iron earth is the first one, and dark brown hematite, it's the one right before the last white. They were also very strong and beautiful. The colors are very earthy and neutral, but the rest had very little color payoff and would work better as an underpainting or for toning paper. So a little bit about this paint from the WhiteSnake Arts Etsy site. I'm not reading the whole description word for word, just noting some highlights, but you can read the whole thing if you check out their store. WhiteSnake Arts writes that their palette is, quote, an ethical and earth-based alternative to industrial art supplies, inspiring reconnection for all artists with the living source of our creative mediums. Wild pigments are personalities of the past, the dust of ancestors, and sacred ground. The pigments in these palettes were carefully collected from public roadways, where the embankment's impact is eroding these soils and stones. All pigments were collected in Oregon. They're prepared into paint by separating the finest particles of pigment through grinding, sifting, and levigating, then finally are mixed with honey and gum arabic, also called watercolor binder. These are all the pigments in the order that they're arranged on the palette. Number 1 is red iron earth from eastern Oregon. Number 2 is orange ochre clay from the Cascade foothills. Number 3 is yellow limonite soil from eastern Oregon. Number 4 is green celadonite from the Cascade foothills. Number 5 is Maya Blue, a Japanese indigo from Stony Creek Farms, infused in magnesium silicate gathered in eastern Oregon. Number 6 is a dark brown/purple hematite from the stones and soil from the Cascade foothills. And number 7 is kaolin white clay blend from the southern Willamette Valley and eastern Oregon. So some important points. Number 1, it's ethical. Many bulk earth pigment supplies extract earth from the mines, which meet commercial demands affordably but have a high cost for the land. Supporting small-scale paint makers helps divest from oil and harmful extractions. Number 2, it's from sacred ground. The land was taken from native nations and treaties were not honored, so may we do what we can to do right for this earth. And number 3, in gratitude for the land protection efforts of the First Nations, whose homelands these pigments come from, 5% of all sales goes to supporting their land stewardship. So some final thoughts. It was difficult to do regular painting with these, although the stronger colors work very well. I did one of the quick little tree scenes from my last tutorial that I will link below, and the bird is from an upcoming 1-minute watercolor birds tutorial. The circles are just very fun and relaxing way to swatch the colors with zero effort and observe pretty paints merging and blending together. So even though it was difficult to do a traditional watercolor painting, that wasn't much of an issue for me because I bought this to go with my natural and handmade palette collection, so it's perfect for my purposes. But I did want to be completely honest and point out that it might not be for everyone depending on what your expectations are. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little gem I found online. Please like and subscribe because that means a lot for this channel, and I have plenty more interesting and informative videos planned. I'm also always open to suggestions. I don't have a Patreon, so anything I share is always free on YouTube, and I love making little tutorials, especially if there is a request. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!